Bird. All right, people. Well, let me get out of this zone. All right. Can you see me? I sure hope so. Well, howdy. My name is Max. It's nice to meet you. If you are new to me, I am a musician. I live in LA. I have been working on other people's records for like almost a decade, maybe a little bit over a decade, I think. Been working on records since like 2009, 2010. And I've never done my own record. So that's why I am here on YouTube live. And I have the intention of working on the record in front of you, basically, in front of YouTube to end up here where I am. And the record is called If Not Now, When, which is a saying that Hillel asked thousands of years ago in the Judaic tradition. But it's something that is on the pamphlets and literature that Pico Union Project hands out, which is a great nonprofit organization in downtown LA. And I teach a class there on Wednesdays. And so I've been looking at that phrase, which is on the staircase as I walk up to my classroom every Wednesday. And I started realizing that there is no perfect time. There will never be a perfect time to say what I want to say and to feel like people are going to hear me as it's, in the way that I want to be heard. So why not just say what I want to say in the most cohesive, comprehensive way I can, give that to you all. So, and to do that without fear, as much as I can, because, making records is hard, and being live in front of people is hard. This is like my third time probably going live on YouTube, making music for people, and so the hard part and the sauce, if you will, that is like the core of why I'm doing this is I want to explain the why behind the songs and the why behind the choices. And the first choice that I made was that this was going to be an album that was responding to current events, and one that was informed by history, one that was informed by American music and American culture, because the job of an artist is to, basically reflect society, like a mirror. And that's my intention, is to... that's my partner singing. My intention is to try to illustrate America as best as I know how. I have a pretty wide understanding of the country that raised me, and I love having been born, in the U.S., but it's a complicated relationship. And I think a lot of musicians feel that way, a lot of artists feel that way about the idea of nationality or the idea of belonging having guidelines, because the idea is that we all want to belong and we all want to feel welcome and we all want, peace, basic at the end of the day, right? We want to get through our day and pursue our dreams, the pursuit of happiness, and to not, make it so difficult that it's, too hard to do that. And at times people make it very difficult to interact with one another and to see the world clearly. So art is that to me. Art is the clear illustration of the problems and the breadth of them and the depth of them. And especially when something seems, hypocritical or un-American, that's the time where I feel like those are stories that we need to tell. Because if we want to be proud of our nation, if we want to be proud of the communities that we come from, we owe it to each other to try to self-correct, and that happens through lawmaking, it happens through community action, and it happens through art, it happens through the people who do the hard work of distilling need and distilling social value and direction and velocity, and giving people a clear direction, right? A clear way to go. So, with that being said, the name of the record again is "If Not Now, When," and so the first tune on the record that I'm gonna cover, it's gonna be a cover, and it's one by Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, and it's called "What Do You Do?" The name of the song is "What Do You Do?" And a lot of people look it up as "What do you do with the mad that you feel," which is the name of the first line of the lyric, and the potency of the song is fairly obvious, I'll say, but if you were to listen to it, but the important thing that I want to bring to the table, and this is the big why. The big why is that public funding for arts has been stripped, right? The Kennedy Center has been taken over. The Department of Education has made it very difficult for people to get the aid that they need. So I don't want to say things I can't support with evidence. I apologize. But the point here is that when somebody like Fred Rogers, like Mr. Rogers, goes to Congress and testifies before Congress as to why Congress should fund public television, that is an important moment in American culture and American music history. For the reason that he uses the song in his testimony. So we're going to watch that together now. I'm just going to change the screen here so you can check it. And I'm going to take a look at my own YouTube shindig and see, is there anybody here? Is there anybody? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell. All right. Cool beans. Whoa. There's that. Yeah. Okay. Hearing myself. All right. Right on. So, yeah, I'm guessing that I probably timed this pretty poorly because I didn't really announce that I was going to be doing this. But anyway, I'll make the video. You'll hear this. You'll see the story, and then I'll try to do the demo probably within the next day or two, and put that up here too, so you know what it's all about. So let us go. This is my first time using Yield. What is it? Streamlabs. First time doing this for this purpose, so bear with me here. But here is the video. Can I make myself? Oh no, I'll just move it to the side. Hello. Yeah, that seems good. All right, let's go to the beginning. Here we go.
Now, Mr. Rogers is certainly one of the best things that's ever happened to public television, and his Peabody Award is testament to that fact. We in public television are proud of Fred Rogers, and I'm proud to present Mr. Rogers to you now.
All right, Rogers, you got the floor.
Senator Pastore, this is a philosophical statement and would take about 10 minutes to read, so I'll not do that. One of the first things that a child learns in a healthy family is trust, and I trust what you have said that you will read this. It's very important to me. I care deeply about children. My first
Will
children...
it make you happy if you read it?
I'd just like to talk about it, if it's all right.
Sir. Okay.
My first children's program was on WQED 15 years ago, and its budget was $30. Now, with the help of the Sears Roebuck Foundation and National Educational Television, as well as all of the affiliated stations, each station pays to show our program. It's a unique kind of funding in educational television. With this help, now our program has a budget of $6,000. may sound like quite a difference, but $6,000 pays for less than 2 minutes of cartoons, 2 minutes of animated, what I sometimes say, bombardment. I'm very much concerned, as I know you are, about what's being delivered to our children in this country. And I've worked in the field of child development for 6 years now.
I just want to point out the fact that this is in 1969, right? Like, the state of music, it's not, like, I don't want to say that it was, I wasn't there, obviously, but I can't imagine that it was entirely that different the from the set of things and the spectrum of song topics and things that are, kind of, like sex always sells kind of thing, like that's always going to be something that music is, aiming to sell is, sexiness or whatever. And this is like the total polar opposite of that. And that's not to like discount, there's a time and a place for that. But the point is that he began the conversation by talking about children trusting people and that being the first thing that a child learns, and then he tells the congressman that he wants to trust him. And so he's saying basically like that there's this very these fundamental values that he's speaking to that are greater than politics, that are greater than the sort of like riffraff of deciding why fund certain things. This is like he's speaking from the heart about children, so we'll continue.
Trying to understand the inner needs of children. We deal with such things as the inner drama of childhood. We don't have to bop somebody over the head to make him to make drama on the screen. We deal with such things as getting a haircut, or the feelings about brothers and sisters, and the kind of anger that arises in simple family situations. And we speak to it constructively.
How long a program is it?
It's a half hour every day. Most channels schedule it in the noontime as well as in the evening. WETA here has scheduled it in the late afternoon.
Could we get a copy of this so that we can see it? Maybe not today, but I'd like to see the program.
I'd like very much for you
I'd
to
like to see the program itself, or any one of them, say.
We made 100 programs for EEN, the Eastern Educational Network, and then when the money ran out, people in Boston and Pittsburgh and Chicago all came to the fore and said, we've got to have more of this neighborhood expression of care. And this is what I give. I give an expression of care every day to each child to help him realize that he is unique. I end the program by saying, you've made this day a special day by just your being you. There's no
Wow.
person in the whole world like you, and I like you just the way you are. And I feel that if we in public television can only make it clear that feelings are mentionable and manageable, we will have done a great service for mental health. I think that it's much more dramatic that two men could be working out their feelings of anger. Much more dramatic than showing something of gunfire. I'm constantly concerned about what our children are seeing. And for 15 years I have tried in this country and Canada to present what I feel is a meaningful expression of care.
Do you narrate it?
I'm the host, yes, and I do all the puppets, and I write all the music, and I write all the scripts.
Well, I'm supposed to be a pretty tough guy, and this is the first time I've had goosebumps for the last 2 days.
the mad that you feel. And that first line came straight from a child. I work with children, doing puppets in very personal communication with small groups. What do you do with the mad that you feel when you feel so mad you could bite? When the whole wide world seems oh so wrong, and nothing you do seems very right. What do you do? Do you punch a bag? Do you pound some clay or some dough? Do you round up friends for a game of tag or see how fast you go? It's great to be able to stop when you've planned a thing that's wrong and be able to do something else instead and think this song. I can stop when I want to, can stop when I wish, can stop, stop, stop anytime. And what a good feeling to feel like this and know that the feeling is really mine. Know that there's something deep inside that helps us become what we can. For a girl can be someday a lady, and a boy can be someday a man.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful. Looks like you just earned the $20 million.
That's funny. Well, that's just about the end of it, but you know, goodness. I mean, I'm just gonna get out of this mode. Oh my God, the song lyrics, it's just speaks to you're in the moment, like he totally describes what this universal feeling of dealing with inner frustration, and how do you externalize that, or how do you diffuse that energy that we all get from having those life experiences. So just want to make sure that I have my phone here so I can see if anyone's on the stream. Well, it looks like nobody showed up, and that's okay because I did a bad job planning because I was pretty busy today. But the point is that we started, we got going, we did the first one, you heard the song. It's good stuff. I like that. So here's what you can count on in the future. You can count on an announcement coming earlier than the day of. You can count on me being here with a time probably, and you'll know, and I'll probably tell people on Instagram and whatnot. So I appreciate you having joined me. I just want to say, if you liked this, if you enjoyed this, subscribing to the channel is the best thing you can do, very easy thing you can do. Liking the video, commenting on the video, saying that what you liked and whatever. If you got some comments for me to improve, I'm all ears at this point. And the other thing is there's info in the description down below that are related to the various places that I post content, which are places like Substack and also Patreon. You can become a subscriber in either of those places. They are for different things. Substack is where I am working on books, and I'm working on articles, and I am putting out chapters as I write, basically. And there's some learning opportunities in there too, but some of it's prose and some of it's research, and there's a mix. And as for the Patreon stuff, that is going to be direct, some of this and direct documentation of the process of making this record. So I hope you like the idea. I hope you, if you have any protest music that you want to share with me or want to send my way, find me on Instagram, send me a DM. You can use my website too. That works great. But at this point, we need, all hands on deck, communicating about community. And everybody needs to solve their own inner needs. Everybody has personal needs, but the personal needs are a lot easier to deal with when communal needs are taken care of and we take care of each other, and there's a lot less to take care of when we have each other's backs. So this is one of the ways that I'm going to do that, right? Is I'm going to hold myself accountable to just put the music out and record it as best I know how. So this will be the first tune, and the next video probably that you'll see is going to be a demo of this. So I hope you dig it. If you want to hear that demo, you can go over to Patreon, and you'll be able to hear it as soon as it's finished. And you can hear some, other stuff over there as well. It's been good. It's been good talking to my webcam, and I hope somebody's on the other side who might believe in me, because I believe in me, and I believe in you, and I believe in us all to try to make our own difference in our small way. So this is mine. I appreciate any support that you want to throw my way. Thank you. I'm gonna have a good night, and as my lead